I want to begin with a scandalous truth that will not apologize to your comfort. The wealthiest place on this planet is not the diamond mines of South Africa. It is not the gold fields of South America. It is not the oil wells of the Middle East. No, the wealthiest place is the cemetery, not too far from your house, filled with unposted songs, unwritten books, unbuilt businesses, unlived assignments, dreams that died inside, obedient, nice, approval-hungry people who scroll their wings into silence. Give yourself a hand right now for being among the few who showed up to lead the ranks of the pigeons. Are there eagles in this room? Then say it with me. Eagles fly alone. Write this down. Comparison is the down payment you make on your own grave plot. Every time you measure your calling against someone's curated fee, you are making a deposit in the cemetery. The fear of man brings a snare. Proverbs 29:25 says, a trap, a cage, a digital net that keeps your beak pointed down while your DNA is screaming up. I got news for you. Applause cannot complete you. Only assignment can. Likes are sugar. Purpose is bread. Sugar gives you a rush and then a crash. Bread sustains. Which one have you been living on? Tell your neighbor, no more sugar highs. I'm going for bread. I'm going to set an agenda for your freedom. I am going to give you 7 eagle laws. If you apply them for 30 days, 30 sunrises of obedience, you will never again need the approval of pigeons to fly. You will not beg to be seen because you will be too busy becoming. Galatians 1:10 confronts us. For do I now persuade men or God? Or do I seek to please men? If I still please men, I should not be a servant of Christ. Write this down. Pleasing men is the poverty of kings. You were designed to reign in your domain. Kings do not audition for their crowns. Let me father you for a moment. Your feed is training you to feed on crumbs, dopamine crumbs, comment crumbs, algorithm crumbs, while your spirit is malnourished for destiny. The cemetery grows richer when you keep scrolling to avoid the pain of starting. The cemetery grows richer when you ask permission to be what God already designed. The cemetery grows richer when you hide your gift until someone else validates what heaven already stamped as approved. Today, stop funding that place with your purpose. Choose. Either keep scrolling and sink into anonymity, or decide now to live by design and die empty. Write this down. Your assignment is not a post, it is a lifetime. Your Creator already compared himself to the eagle and invited you to mount up. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. This is your fork in the sky. Decide now. I will live by design. I will starve comparison. I will finish my assignment. And by God's grace, I will die empty. Let me diagnose this nest before we push you out of it. Some of you walked in here with a tightness in your chest that you can't explain, and it's not because you're weak, it's because you are strong and stuck at the same time. Your heart drops when your post is ignored. Your mood swings like a pendulum based on blue bubbles and little hearts, and you check the screen as if it were a mirror to confirm that you exist. You edit your voice to keep certain friends. You dilute your convictions to keep a seat at tables that have never once served your destiny. And you delay action because you are waiting for a committee to vote on what God already commanded. James 1:8 says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Instability is the child of people-pleasing. Write this down. When you change your voice to keep people, you lose the voice that can call your future. Some of you came here because your environment is thorns. Performance reviews that grade your soul instead of your work. Group chats that poke you with gossip and urgency that is not yours. Timelines that constantly prick you with the illusion that you're late to a race you were never called to run. Every prick, every poke, every sting, that's the Creator saying, the nest is too small for the wings I gave you. Consider me, Mama Eagle, today. I love you too much to let you be comfortable in a nest you've outgrown. I will make the sticks uncomfortable. I will remove the feathers. I will stir the nest. Why? Because destiny will not let you sleep when it is time to fly. Write this down. The thorn is not your enemy. It is a message from the nest that says, fly now. Paul said, there was given to me a thorn in the flesh, and he heard the Lord say, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12:7-9. Your weakness for approval is the very place His strength wants to lift you. Either you use discomfort for depression or you use it for decision. Either you let it paralyze you or you let it propel you. Choose today, right now. Turn pain into propulsion. Jealousy is not proof that you're evil. It's proof that you're looking sideways when your calling is forward. Proverbs 4:25 says, "Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you." Every time comparison bites you, that is your instrument panel flashing. You're off course, eyes off horizon. Correct immediately. Say it with me, forward only. Again, forward only. I got news for you. Waiting for consensus is a polite form of disobedience. You are not a committee, you are a calling. Luke 6:26 warns, "Woe unto you when all men speak well of you. If everyone is pleased, you are probably perched, not flying." So here is my push, gentle but firm. Stop editing yourself to stay light. Stop delaying because someone might leave. Stop scrolling to numb the ache. Feel the thorn, thank the thorn, use the thorn, and jump. Mama Eagle is here, and I promise you, the wind has been waiting. Are there eagles in this room? Then lift your head, square your shoulders, and give yourself a hand for showing up as the exception in your generation. You are not here by accident. You are here because something in you refuses to retire in a nest you've outgrown. Say it with me. Eagles fly alone. Louder. Eagles fly alone. I got news for you. If you need the approval of pigeons, you will never reach eagle altitude. Say it with me right now. I will fly alone. Let me give you the taxonomy so you can choose with clarity. Pigeons flock for crumbs. They live where scraps fall, and their conversation is always about what dropped from someone else's table. Ducks make noise in shallow water. They quack, they splash, they disturb the surface, but they never go deep, always busy, rarely productive. Vultures feed on dead things. Yesterday's failures, yesterday's scandals, yesterday's news gossip is their diet. Decay is their delicacy, and that's why they look the way they look. But eagles, eagles fly alone. They do not scratch for crumbs. They hunt for substance. They do not waste energy in shallow noise. They ride thermals to silence and sight. They do not eat what is dead. They go for living prey. Write this down. Your appetite announces your species. Now choose. Identity is not discovered. Identity is decided under revelation. Write this down. Identity precedes behavior. Call yourself eagle until your habits catch up. Proverbs 23:7 says, "As a man thinks in his heart, so is he." Romans 12:2 commands, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." Transformation begins with a name. Name yourself now. Open your mouth and declare, "I am an eagle." Again, I am an eagle. Tell your neighbor, "I'm a rare breed. I don't need likes to fly." Look at the other neighbor with conviction and say, "I'm a rare breed. I don't need likes to fly." Let me clarify the cost. Because destiny is expensive. Loneliness is not a problem for eagles. It is a platform. At altitude, the air is thin and the crowd is thinner. Separation precedes elevation. Write that down. Jesus often withdrew to lonely places and prayed. Luke 5:16. Solitude is not punishment. It is preparation. Abraham, get out of your country. Separation before nation. Eagles use quiet to hear the wind. If the crowd is your compass, you will miss the current. I got news for you. The path narrows as you rise, but the vision widens as you ascend. So decide today. Lift your right hand and decree, "I will fly alone. I will not beg for crumbs when I was designed for prey. I will not quack in shallow water when I was built for thermals. I will not feed on dead talk when I was born for living assignments. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles." Isaiah 40:31. Join me at the top. I got news for you. Your destiny is not sustained by applause. It is sustained by architecture. The Creator did not say he is like a pigeon, a duck, or a vulture. He said, "As an eagle stirs up its nest, so the Lord." Deuteronomy 32:11. And again, I bore you on eagle's wings. Exodus 19:4. If the manufacturer compares himself to an eagle, then study the eagle and you will discover the blueprint of your own lift. Write this down. What you study, you become. Study eagles, not crowds. Likes are ignition sparks, quick, noisy, and gone. But design is the engine block, heavy, precise, and dependable. Approval is external and unstable. It changes with moods, trends, and timelines. Design is internal and eternal. It was woven into you before your first like, and it will outlast the last scroll. Ephesians 2:10 says, we are his workmanship, created for good works, prepared beforehand. That means heaven pre-installed your wings, social media did not. Say it with me. Only design lifts me. Again, only design lifts me. Scientists tell us an eagle can see up to 5 miles. A rabbit twitches and that eye locks in and everything else becomes background. Write this down. Vision, not views, determines altitude. You can collect 1 million views and never gain 1 foot of altitude if you lack vision. Views count eyeballs. Vision counts direction. Views track attention. Vision steers assignment. Proverbs 29:18 declares, where there is no vision, the people perish. That's why many perish with plenty of views, because they are starving for vision. Let me coach you like a father. Stop trying to ride helium balloons of human praise. Helium leaks. Lift requires wings. Wings are structure. Structure is design. Eagles are designed with hollow bones to reduce weight, pinions to lock in the wind, and a grip that won't let go in a storm. Your design is just as specific gifts, temperament, calling, convictions, and that is what the Spirit will breathe on. Write this down. Grace empowers design, not imitation. There is a law of association you cannot outpray. You become like those you keep company with. Walk with the wise and become wise. Proverbs 13:20. Do not be deceived. Bad company corrupts good character. 1 Corinthians 15:33. If you study crowds, you will crave crowds. If you study eagles, you will crave currents. Choose eagle company voices that challenge. Mentors who measure you by destiny, not by likes. Peers who celebrate your flight, not your performance for the flock. Tell your neighbor, I'm upgrading my company. So here is the spiritual warrant and the practical mandate. Align with the eagle, the Creator revealed. Align with the blueprint He hid in your bones. And watch the wind you used to chase finally carry you. Write this down. Only design, not digital approval, can lift me. And if you will fix your study, fix your circle, and fix your sight, the lift you've been begging for will become the lift you were built for. Now I'm going to fulfill my promise as a father to your future. I'm going to give you a list of 7 principles. If you apply them, you will leave the ranks of the pigeons with dignity and never return. Write this down and say it with me. Principles over popularity. Again, principles over popularity. Why? Because emotions are weather, but principles are climate. Your feelings will change by the hour. Laws outlast the storm. Psalm 119-105 says, your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Lamps don't ask your mood for permission to shine. They just shine. Write this down. When feelings waver, laws keep you flying. Number 1, fly alone. Separation precedes elevation. This is not arrogance. It is assignment management. You cannot take a flock to an altitude their lungs cannot handle. If you require consensus, you will never see the current. Write it down. I will embrace productive solitude. Number 2, possess vision. Without vision, people perish. Proverbs 29-18. With vision, distractions perish. Habakkuk 2:2 commands, write the vision, make it plain, because clarity is the eagle's compass. Write this down. Vision reduces noise and increases lift. Number 3, eat fresh meat. Eagles do not feed on dead things, neither should your mind. Consume living ideas, scripture daily, rich books, deep conversations, rigorous learning. Yesterday's revelation is testimony, not breakfast. Write it down. Fresh input, fresh output. Number 4, test before you trust. Eagles do not mate in midair without the twig test. Time, weight, return. Trust is not a gift. Trust is a result. 1 Thessalonians 5:21 says, test all things. Hold fast to what is good. Write it down. Boundaries protect my runway. Number 5, love storms. Eagles don't fear wind. They use it. Trials are not tombstones. They are elevators. James 1:2-4 tells us to count it all joy because testing produces maturity. Write it down. Adversity is my altitude. Number 6, train for altitude. Discipline is destiny in slow motion. Paul said, everyone who competes exercises self-control in all things. 1 Corinthians 9:25. Schedules are spiritual weapons. Write it down. Routine is my runway. Number 7, renew to rise again. Eagles retreat, pluck, and wait, then they mount up new. Isaiah 40:31. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. Write it down. Renewal is not rest from mission. It is fuel for mission. I got news for you. These are not motivational quotes. These are flight laws. If for 30 days, 30 disciplined dawns, you submit your habits to these 7, your soul will detox from likes, your mind will anchor in legacy, and comparison will lose its appetite for your attention. Say it with me. Principles over popularity. Louder principles over popularity. From this moment forward, when your feelings shout, consult your laws. When the feed calls, consult your laws. When the crowd claps or criticizes, consult your laws. A clear 7-law system will replace your need for comparison with conviction and lift. Are there eagles in this room? Then write it, speak it, live it, and I will meet you at the top. Now we descend from theory to flight. Law number 1, fly alone. Write this down. Strategic solitude is not isolation, it is incubation. Jesus, our model, rose a great while before day and went to a solitary place to pray. Mark 1:35. He was not hiding. He was incubating. Eagles do not fear quiet. They court it because wind has a voice that crowds can't hear. Comparison eats noise for breakfast, but destiny eats silence for strategy. Daily application, I want you to schedule a 60-minute non-negotiable appointment with your assignment. Put it on the calendar like surgery. No phone, no feed, just flight. Close the door. Open the page. Touch the project. Psalm 46:10 says, be still and know. Knowledge grows in stillness. Boundary. Now be cautious about the people who keep company with me. Today, before the sun sleeps, unfollow or mute 30 noise accounts, gossip fountains, outrage, merchants, distraction dealers. If it does not feed your flight, it will fund your fall. Say it with me. I choose incubation over imitation. Law number 2, possess vision. Write this down. Vision is a picture of your future that gives meaning to your present. Proverbs 29:18. Where there is no vision, people perish. Where there is vision, distractions perish. Listen to the word itself. D means two, and vision means sight. Division is two sights. Two visions divide, you division. Division births delay. Delay breeds despair. Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision and make it plain so a runner can run. Assignment, drill, craft, a one-sentence mandate you can see 5 years away. One sentence you can pull like a sword when fall comes. I exist to, for, by. Put it on your bathroom mirror, on your lock screen, in your mouth. Repeat it out loud every morning. Then metricize it. Translate that sentence into 3 numeric targets. People served, products shipped, pages written. Numbers are not vanity. Numbers are velocity measurements. For example, 10,000 people meaningfully served. 24 products shipped in 24 months. 500 pages written by December 31. Write it down. Vague vision breeds endless comparison. Measured vision breeds motion. Law number 3, eat fresh meat. Eagles don't eat dead things. Stop feeding on stale opinions and recycled outrage. Vultures scroll for carcasses. Eagles hunt for living prey. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. Matthew 4:4. Proceeding present tense. Not yesterday's echo, today's voice. Live food habit every day. 30 minutes of high quality inputs that feed your assignment. Scripture slowly. Core text that built your field. Primary sources that sharpen your edge. Replace doom scrolling with design reading. Set a timer. Keep a reading list. Take notes with purpose. Study to show yourself approved. 2 Timothy 2:15. Write this down. Fresh input, fresh output. Philippians 4:8 is your menu. True, noble, just, pure, lovely, of good report. Against that list, most feeds of famine. I got news for you. Solitude, a single clear vision, and a fresh intellectual diet are starvation rations for comparison. Starve it, and it dies. Say it with me. Alone to incubate, one vision to navigate, fresh meat to elevate. One more time, louder. Alone to incubate, one vision to navigate, fresh meat to elevate. Now, tighten your laces. Your hours on the calendar. Your sentence is in your mouth. Your meat is on the table. Fly. Law number 4, test before you trust. I got news for you. Trust is not a gift. Trust is a graduation certificate only awarded after time and test. Write this down. Trust is earned in inches and lost in miles. Eagles do not mate or partner without a test. The female eagle breaks a twig and takes it high, then drops it. The male must dive, catch, and return it. Then she goes higher and higher and drops again. And the faster it falls, the faster he flies. Because if he cannot catch a twig, he cannot be trusted with an egg. Do you see it? If they drop the twig, don't give him the egg. Luke 16:10. He who is faithful in what is least is faithful also in much. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Test all things. Hold fast to what is good. Write this down. Don't give a podium to untested voices. Translation for your life and business. Before you give someone your platform, hand them a small, specific responsibility and see if they can carry it up the mountain. A 1-page brief, a 4 8-hour deliverable, a budget with boundaries, a weekend project with measurable outcomes. Do not sign, scale, or share without a pilot phase. Say it with me. Pilot before platform. Again, pilot before platform. If they miss details in daylight, they will miss deadlines in a storm. If they ghost you in peace, they will abandon you in pressure. 1 John 4:1 says, test the spirits whether they are of God. Write this down. Character is revealed by wait, time, and return. Give them weight responsibility. Give them time, a clear clock. Require, return, report back with receipts. If they cannot carry a twig to the tree, they cannot carry vision to the top. Set guardrails now. 3-0, day trial. 9-0, day provisional. Milestone gates, review meetings, and consequences that protect your runway. Proverbs 27:17. Iron sharpens iron. Sparks are normal in testing. A yes that refuses to be examined is a no in disguise. Put this in your mouth. I steward access like treasure. Law number 5, love the storm. Eagles don't break in storms. They break records in storms. When the winds rise, eagles do not panic and flap. They lock their pinions, face the headwind, and let the very thing others fear become their elevator. James 1-2:4 tells us, count it all joy when you face trials, because testing produces maturity. Romans 8:28, all things work together for good to those who love God, called according to purpose. Write this down. Criticism, layoffs, algorithm shifts. These are thermals. Use them. Binary choice. Use crisis for depression or altitude. Say it with me. I love storms. They are my elevator to higher altitudes. Louder. I love storms. They are my elevator to higher altitudes. And when the turbulence drops the twig of your plans, declare it, the faster it falls, the faster I fly. Practical courage now. Pre-plan your storm. List your 3 likely crises. Cash crunch, customer churn, public critique. Build buffers, 3 months runway, a response protocol, a skill. You level up when wind hits. Matthew 7-24 reminds us the storm hits both houses. Only the one on the rock stands. Your rock is design, your laws, your God. Psalm 23 says, he prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Don't cancel the table because critics show up, eat, refuel, and rise. Write this down. Boundaries protect my runway. Adversity is my elevator. Test partners, ride storms, and meet me where pigeons cannot breathe at altitude. Law number 6, train for altitude. Write this down. Comfort is a cocoon. Training is the tear that sets you free. Deuteronomy 32:11 says, as an eagle stirs up its nest. Why? Because soft feathers become thorns on purpose. Mama eagle is not cruel. She is committed. She shakes the comfort. She pushes the edge. And when the eaglet drops, the wind becomes a teacher. I got news for you. If you do not practice the fall, you will fear the sky. Hebrews 12:11 tells us, no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness. Pain now, peace later. Write it down. Train now, triumph later. Practical flight drills. Choose hard on purpose every week so your wings learn the air. Cold outreach, 20 calls or messages to serve, not to beg for likes. Early wake-ups, 5 days at 5:30 a.m. Assignment time, before the world starts quacking. Ship unfinished work. Release a draft, a prototype, a pilot to a trusted circle every Wednesday at 3 p.m. The faster it falls, the faster you fly. Luke 9:23, deny yourself daily. That is daily. Schedule exact blocks, 390-minute deep work climbs, 2 skill acquisition sessions, 1 stamina run for your body. Log it. What gets measured matures. 1 Corinthians 9:25-27 says, everyone who competes exercises self-control. In all things, I discipline my body and bring it into subjection. Write this down. Routine is my runway. Put this in your mouth. No more accidental excellence, only trained altitude. Create a training, ledger date, drill, duration, deliverable, not feelings, facts. Did you fly or not? Proverbs 13:4 says, the soul of the diligent is made fat. Diligence is measurable. Tell your neighbor, I train in peace so I can triumph in pressure. Again, I train in peace so I can triumph in pressure. If you wait for the storm to learn your wings, you will worship fear. Train now. Law number 7, renew to rise again. Even eagles get weary. When the plumage is heavy and the beak is dull, the eagle retreats to a high rock, plucks old feathers, knocks the beak against the stone, and waits. He looks weak while he is becoming dangerous again. Psalm 103:5 declares, he satisfies your mouth with good things so that your youth is renewed like the eagles. Isaiah 40:31, those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up. Write this down. Maintenance is not weakness. It is the secret of longevity at altitude. Renewal rhythm. Monthly. Take a quiet day with the Creator. No meetings, no metrics, just presence and probing questions. What must I pluck? What must I sharpen? Mark 6:31. Come away by yourselves to a deserted place and rest a while. Weekly, a digital Sabbath, 24 hours off feeds, cleanse inputs, hear the wind again. Daily, a sunset shutdown, close the beacon business by a set hour. Sleep is spiritual strategy. Quarterly, a 4-8-hour retreat, review the log, prune commitments, repent of drift, receive new assignments, pluck old feathers, outgrown roles, tired scripts, guilt-driven yeses. Break the dull beak, invite hard feedback, confess hidden friction, reset your words to truth and power, return light, sharp, and dangerous to mediocrity. Say it with me. Discipline launches me. Renewal relaunches me again and again. One more time. Like eagles, discipline launches me. Renewal relaunches me again and again. Train for altitude, then wait on the rock and rise. This is how you keep flying when pigeons are panting and storms are howling. By law, by rhythm, by design. Now write it down and schedule it, because what you schedule, you sanctify, and what you sanctify will carry you to the top. Now we schedule the sky. Identity becomes reality when it is scheduled, measured, and repeated. Psalm 90:12 says, teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Write this down. What you schedule, you sanctify, and what you sanctify, you sustain. 30 days, 4 weeks, daily drills. Put the eagle laws on your calendar and watch the wind obey design. Week 1, detox and design. Today, unfollow or mute 30 accounts that feed comparison, outrage, and irrelevance. 30, not 13. If it doesn't feed your flight, it funds your fall. Install a 60-minute daily solitude block. Same hour, same chair, same door closed. Mark 1:35, Jesus rose early and went to a solitary place. In that hour, write your one-sentence assignment, I exist to, for, by Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision and make it plain. Choose 3 numeric targets that embody that sentence. People served, products shipped, pages written. Put numbers on it because numbers cut noise. Say it with me. Clarity over clout. Week 2, trust, tests, and boundaries. Convert every big yes into a pilot before platform. A 1-page brief. A 4-day deliverable. A feedback loop. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Test all things. Hold fast to what is good. Build a collaborative scorecard before emotions blind you. Criteria for character, competence, communication, and consistency. Wait, time, return. If they drop the twig, don't give them the egg. Install a weekly digital Sabbath, 24 hours off the feed. Your mind is not a landfill. It is a launch pad. Write this down. Boundaries protect my runway. Week 3, storm drills. Publish one truth you believe, even if it gets 0 likes. Truth is your wing, not trends. James 1:19, be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath, log criticism without replying for 24 hours. Convert every critique into one process improvement. Tighten, copy, refine an offer, fix a system. Romans 8:28, all things work together, make the wind work for you. Say it with me. I love storms, elevators to altitude. Week 4, renewal retreat. 1 quiet day off grid with the rock, no metrics until you meet with majesty. Review your numbers after prayer. Proverbs 27:23. Know well the condition of your flocks. Prune commitments that don't serve the assignment. Guilt-driven yeses are heavy feathers. Reset quarterly targets in light of what you learned. Isaiah 40:31. Wait, then mount up. Write this down. Renewal refuels execution. Daily live food habit. 30 minutes with primary sources aligned to your vision. Scripture slowly. Core text. Field-defining works. Replace reaction with revelation. Matthew 4:4. By every word that proceeding, present tense. By day, 30 measurable outputs. 20 pages drafted. 4 prototypes shipped. 8 training sessions completed. 2 partnerships tested and scored. Not feelings, facts. Tell your neighbor, results are my receipts. Now lift your voice and seal it. Principles over popularity. Assignment over applause. I will fly alone. Again, principles over popularity. Assignment over applause. I will fly alone. Put it on a calendar. Put it in your mouth. Put it in motion. And I will meet you at the top. We have scheduled the sky. We have written the numbers. We have tested the twigs and rehearsed the storms. Now we must make the life and death decision. Hear me as a father to your future. My greatest dream and wish for you is that you will go to the cemetery completely empty. No songs unsung, no books unwritten, no ideas unshipped, no businesses unbuilt, no apologies unspoken, no courage untried. I got news for you. The wealthiest spot on earth is not the diamond mines of South Africa, not the oil fields of the Middle East, not the gold of South America. The wealthiest spot is the cemetery dreams that never escaped fear, manuscripts that never left hard drives, solutions that died in the mouth of approval addiction. Write this down. I will not fund the cemetery with my purpose. Now, here is our behavioral boundary altar. Right where you are. Take out a slip of paper. Yes, paper matters when heaven is recording. And write the names, the groups, the vague they, whose approval you have been renting your wings to. Parents you've already honored but are not your God. Peers whose envy dressed up as advice. Audiences who clap when you perform but disappear when you produce the algorithm. Religion without revelation. Write them down. Fold it. Put your hand on your heart and say with me, I release you. My assignment is not on trial in your court. I bless you, but I no longer need your permission to fly. Now tear that paper as a sign and let those pieces fall like feathers I do not need. If you need the approval of pigeons, you will never reach eagle altitude. Say it with me. I will fly alone. Louder, I will fly alone. Lift your eyes now and receive the scripture that seals this covenant. Those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40-31 is not poetry for calendars. It is fuel for calling. Weight aligned with design. Renew, shed the heavy, and sharpen the beak. Mount up, catch the current you used to chase. Run, execute with stamina. Walk, endure when applause is absent. I declare over you, the wind will work for you, the storm will lift you, your boundaries will protect your runway, and your results will be your receipts. Are there eagles in this room? Then give yourself a hand for choosing assignment over applause. Open your mouth and decree. Principles over popularity. Assignment over applause. I will fly alone. Again, I will fly alone. From feed to flight, close the feed, open the sky. From crowd noise to wind voice, from lights to lift. Today you choose to live by law, to ride the storm, to renew and rise, and when your time comes, to die empty, finished, fulfilled, and ready to leave the planet, having delivered what heaven deposited. If there are eagles in this room, then join me at the top. I will be waiting where pigeons cannot breathe at altitude. Now mount up and fly.